And so my idea, my mind now, like all these years later, is like there's lots of great bands, and they you see lots of great bands.
Yep.
But everything has to be right. So even like the photos you've got on the inside of this thing here, every photo's a winner because this photographer.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
they're not.
Hear me out. Then you'll see another band over here, which is great on the night. Oh my God, they got 30 people here. But you open up the thing and they've got just some pretty bad presentation.
Yep.
It's like often like fashion, music, and the people who show up. It all has to combine. And all of a sudden, someone in this band is booking tours.
Yep.
Has an eye that looks great.
Yep.
It is. I feel like it's lining up for you. You know what I mean? It's only 13 months, damn it. Like, Some people take 5 years to do it, and after that long,
they're over it.
Well, more so the people who did like them got over them.
That's right.
Whatever. You know. I'm over going to see pubs now.
Like,
Those people. You know.
Yeah, for sure. The that's why we're just doing singles, because I found I released albums with bands before this band, and you can, because of the internet and with the, you can actually see how many plays each song's had. And not saying the songs at the end of their album are any worse, but like the first song will get 200 plays, the second one will get 180, the third one will get 50, the fourth song will get 30, the fifth song won't even get a play. And it's like, not because the songs at the end of the album, like they're not getting the chance the first 2-3 songs are.
Yeah, it's a different world, right? It's not like getting Appetite for Destruction.
Yeah, and listen to it. Yeah.
That's what you own. And
this
is it.
You've saved up $30.
Worlds,
yeah, it is. Like, I mean, well, like where I lived out at Greenbank, which is acreage grown up, and so when we had internet, but it was really slow. So it was easier for me to drive down the shop and buy the album $30 than it was to download it. So it just took that long. So that's how I started. I have a big CD collection now, and like it's all started from that. I'm grateful that we had slow internet, because and plus I know every song on that album because it.
The product was in hand.
Well, you got your $30 and you have that album and you can't afford another album for another 2 weeks. So you listen to that album to death for 2 weeks, and you know every song on it. And where if if you like a band now and you only hear that one song on the radio, you'll go home and download that song. You don't know what the 10th track is, or the 8th track, or the 10-minute epic that's hidden in there. You'll never hear that or see that.
Which I seem to say on every musician I say that.
Yeah.
So sorry anyone listen. I'm going to bore you again. I've got a 5-year-old son, and pretty much every morning before work, we'll be cranking the stereo, listening to something. It's plugged into my iPhone.
Yep.
So the iPhone is out of view for this little dude and my little daughter.
Yep.
We're dancing around listening to any sort of song, right?
Yep.
But because they can't see me loading up a record player or throwing a disc in a thing anymore, we were walking through Woolies a little while ago, and there's a CD rack, which you don't even really see. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
And I went, hey, mate, what's that?
Yeah.
A CD rack. And he was like, no, he thought it was like a toy or something.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what music is.
Yeah, that's right.
Picture that.
Yeah, they just think it's a digital form.
Comes out of things. And it'll be, he could stay like that till he's 15.
Yeah. Well, that's
it's like nothing. It's like something that comes out of the computer.
Well, it's something to talk about. Like, I know, like, just having parties, it's like, oh, what do you got in your CD collection? And then they can, and then it's like, they can automatically
Can I steal from
Yeah. Well, it's like, oh, you like them, or oh, I love this band. You're my best friend. So it creates an atmosphere at parties as well. Like rather than just,
you're like, oh no,
let's just get
I
on.
used to go with a chick. Oh mate, she's, or how about this? Back in the day, you'd go out with a girl and you'd see a CD collection and go, oh, no. That's why I mentioned Creed. I had a chick the same girlfriend I was mentioning before. She was into like Creed and Live and it's horrible stuff, man. And I'd be like, oh no, I can't like her.
Well, I sort of got lucky. My partner, she's got like, she'll listen to all the top 40 stuff, but then she can appreciate, all my stuff, which is, I don't know if it's because I've sort of teached her or is in her, but it's just good music, and so, she's into like all the, the Zeppelin and that sort of stuff, but then, I can come home and hit, top 40 playing, I'm just like, but like, but she's got a broad range, which is good, but,
right.
I think she needs that to be with me, so yeah. But otherwise, because I mean, I only play. I like real drums, and preferably if the album's recorded live, that's even better. And all this sort of stuff, like nothing, with a fake beat looped and all this sort of. I not saying it's bad. It's just I like appreciating the musicianship.
Just say like if you listen to Daft Punk,
yep,
because you know that they are musicians actually playing the
guitar.
Yeah,
that's right.
There's the last song on their latest record, right? Contact.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's got this great drum bit. There's no words even in the song. It's like one of these. It's like I don't know. Anyway, it's a space sort of theme, of course.
Yeah.
But there's a kid out there, and there's a few doing drum covers. Have you seen those?
Yeah. The 10-year-old kids like
on YouTube doing drum covers of the thing, and then like. Man, do you love the song more? It could be a top 40 song, but when you see a kid recording himself playing the drum bits, you're like, that's a kick-ass bit of musicianship,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when you actually, sometimes hearing music isn't enough. You need to see it. Like just watching a drummer at a show, you have a whole new appreciation for drums because you don't you just hear that, and then when you're watching the fills and the pre-choruses and all that, you're like, wow, like that drum. I love that drummer where like sometimes if you listen to the album, you might not pick that up because you listen to something else at the time. And
you
then
look at him going, how did he come up with that? I would never have thought of that. So genius. That dude's a god.
Yeah, that's right. And like, it's amazing. And even the talent on like the scene that, is not even on Triple J, just still playing the pubs and, just getting on community radio and all that. And like I mentioned, Smoking Martha, we're playing with them at Brisbane. They are amazing. Like they should sell 40 million records, but they just haven't, find that right bit of exposure yet. I'm sure they will. But and there's like that's one example. There's bands all over Brisbane, Gold Coast, everywhere I've been. Like sometimes you'll have a bad gig where you're like, oh yeah, it was all right. But then sometimes you go to a gig and there's 6 bands playing, and every one of them should be huge. And you're just like, how do people not, like, why aren't people coming out of their houses to see this? It's just another world, like music's on the TV and on the computer, you don't necessarily need to chase it, It
is a weird world, but I think you're going to do good, mate. Because it takes the mind that can adapt. Because I guarantee there's a million dudes going, I can play guitar, I'm in a band, where's my fame? It's going to come soon.
No, you got to work.
Like Bob Marley always says, to his son, because everyone thought he was just some stoner dude. It was the opposite.
Yeah.
He said, don't be a lazy artist.
Yeah.
And that he fought all the way. But even everyone at the end of the day thought he was just some stoner hippie dude with writing good songs. No, he was on the phone every day. And,
I think I watched a great interview of him, and I'll remember it forever. And it's like, I think they said like at a certain point he could have, if he releases a single and it makes a lot of money, can he retire and, just relax and do all this, holidaying and whatever? And he's like, do I want to be remembered as someone that just laid round and did nothing all day at the beach or, on holiday? Or do I want to be remembered as someone that works hard, And I'm like, I always remember that, cool. Like, and just in life in general, like, work hard, I mean, it's nice to have a holiday and relax and all that, but at some point, you need to get things done, Same as a band, like gigs aren't going to fall in your lap, recordings aren't going to happen, you need to keep pushing at things and keep going, and I'm really happy with Formate, like the band I'm in, like I'm so grateful to be a part of like the sort of team we created, everyone brings something to the table, everyone works hard. It's amazing. Like George has got this big van, so he's always, like he can load everything in it and he'll drive. Like when we went down to Sydney last time, like he drove. We played Frankie's Sunday night, and me and the roadie X-Man, we were like drunk as, and we're saying to George, just stay here and get on it. Like this place is amazing. He's like, no, like he had it in his head. He's like, no, I'm going to start driving now. So when we wake up, we're already, like when talking about us, when me and, the rest of the band wake up, we're already here. And like, I was like, don't be quick, let's just pass out somewhere tonight. And like, and it's so true. Like me and the roadie and all that were drinking, and we woke up in the morning and we're like at Byron Bay and we're like, awesome, like thank you, like because he had a vision in his head, he wanted to do, he had something to, he had a plan, and it's and that just shows a piece of attitude, and same as he's playing, like best lead guitarist I've ever seen, and I'm very grateful to be working with him, And that just shows a determination and a work ethic. Same as a bassist, same as a drummer. Like the drummer's studying jazz at university. You know, he can play along to any.
What's his name? Have we said it?
Jasper Warmington. I probably should say he's an amazing talent. You know, everyone sings in the band. Everyone does backups. Like the drummer, the bassist, and the lead guitarist, they all do backups. And that adds great flavors to our songs because some choruses I'll just sing on my own. Some chorus everyone sings. Some chorus only George, the lead guitarist, will sing, or Jasper, the drummer, like backing up me, you know. So one song can have 5 voices in the chorus. One can have 3, one can have 2, one can have 1. It adds a certain flavor and a texture, you know, to the song. And yeah, everything works really well. Like whenever we write a song, we don't spend 6 weeks writing a song. It's like, here's a riff. Oh, I got a verse. And then it's like, I thought of this cool word there, but I think it sums up a song really well, you know, and you'll think of the chorus word, you know. And if a song's not finished in 10 minutes, it's like, oh, okay, well, like, you know, it sort of gets forgotten about and left behind. But we've always got new songs coming in every week, you know, like someone will get the rehearsal room half an hour early and you're just sitting there mucking around. And then it's like by the time everyone turns up, like, you know, you'll be working on something and then this guy will turn up and you show him, oh yeah, and then the next guy will turn up and you show him. And then by the time the 4th member's there, it's like, so we've just like worked this out. And it's like, oh yeah, add this. And it's like, all right, we got a song. And it's like, oh, I suppose we better rehearse our set list now. You know, like, you know.
It must be hard in this day and age with, what's that app that listens to songs and works it out.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, like I said, 70 years of song making, and we're only monkeys. Like,
yeah, we're running out of ideas.
You know, you write a great riff, and it turns out it was written in 1984 by some...
I never thought about that app. I probably should use that app and be like, hang on, has this already been used? You know,
yeah. It's interesting because there's a Strokes song. I love the Strokes, right? There's a Strokes song, and it's almost identical to a Tom Petty song. And and it seems to be happening all the time because we are just...
Yeah.
And you're right. Like, whatever comes to mind, you know, when you first pick up your guitar, you're like, oh, this is the best riff.
Yeah.
If you don't record it, you'll forget it. You'll dream about it for the next 6 months and not remember it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But that's you. That's your riff. That's unthought of rock and roll.
Yeah. It's an amazing
and
feeling.
how heartbreaking if it turns out to be like...
Well, someone like sometimes you'll have a riff and you'll show someone that's, oh no, that sounds exactly like that, and you're like, and even in your gut, you get, like, even because you're so attached to it, you're like, no, it doesn't. And then you sort of get home and you're like, oh, I can't use it now. I can't use that now. You know, even if you know it's different, you don't want everyone to say that. Like, you don't want their first reaction. You want their first reaction to be like, oh, awesome, not, oh, that's Chili Peppers song or whatever. You know, like, you know, because I think I worked with a drummer one time and he was in a covers band. And he said, Danny California by the Chili Peppers is like the exact same song as, it's funny you say that, Tom Petty, another Tom Petty song. And I'm like, oh, really? And he played it to me one day. I'm like,
chord.
Yeah. And I was just like, he showed me one night and I was like, oh my God. And he's like, the only reason I noticed is because I had to learn it, you know? And I was like, oh, wow. Like, you know, you can sort of, it can drift past so easy, but if you do actually think about it for a second, you're like, wait, that's the exact same song. You know, Yeah,
but Shazam is Shazam, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the app. Yeah.
How the hell do they do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Put it there. It's an hour and 10.
Oh, yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, cut it off. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, thank you very
much. Not immediately.
Oh, yeah, no, but I could probably ramble all night about music.
It's good, but...
Yeah, no.
What suburb did you grow up in? Greenbank? I was in Rochedale.
Oh, right. Well, I grew up in Greenbank, but I moved out of home and live in my own house. I'm in Crestmead, which is South Brisbane.
Yeah. I worked in Crestmead forever at Magnesium Drive.
Oh, yeah, right. Yep, that's the, Well, I'm a painter, so I'm everywhere different. But yeah, I only live, like 5 minutes from there, so yeah.
Logan, man.
Logan,
you're in the heart of Logan.
yeah, pretty much. But it's funny, I grew up in Greenbank, which is, I never even really, was suburb conscious because, it was it was 20 minutes to go to the shops and then, you didn't know anyone there anyway. But then, you live in Crestmead and, because, there'll be, say, the Browns Plains pub, that'll attract people from Brony Heights, Browns Plains, Crestmead, rah. So they all kind of know each other and know each other's suburbs and that. Yep. Where Greenbank, it's like you go to
blocks,
you barely even know your neighbour, let alone your next residence. But
yeah, I know. I got a bunch of friends in Greenbank.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of race car drivers live there. Sprint car teams. And
Speedway. Well, my dad's just built a little racer. He's been he built the the thing from scratch and then built the caravan to tow it and sleep in and all that.
Speedway?
It's like a go-kart thing. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty. But yeah, okay. He races at like a Bundaberg or Mackay or all these different places.
Awesome.
But it's like it's pretty full on. It's fast. It had 2 Harley pipes coming out of it at one point, but he's taken them off and got shorter ones.